Well, starting with the men, I think we started off really well. First quarter was excellent, and we had high hopes. And then we seemed to take a wee dip, and which was, I suppose, due to that circumstances with injuries and whatever. We strengthened again in January, and we got our aim. Our aim was always to secure this League One status, which we have done. And I think now the management team have started to build for next season, and we all look forward to that challenge. It will be our 8th season, which is a record for ourselves to be in this league. And I think it's one of where we are one of the only teams that have been in that league for the 8 seasons. So let's look forward to the next challenge. And as always, it's onwards and upwards with the mighty Mo. As far as the women, I think they've had an incredible season. I mean, to be told that 3 would be relegated, which was 25% of the teams in the league, I think everybody's listening and throws were on it to be relegated. But a remarkable achievement. After the split, they won nearly all their games bar one, and I think they drew one, and saved themselves, which was incredible. Fantastic achievement, and it's good to see them play again in SWPL1. Good news as well that the manager, Craig Burrows, has decided to agree to stay on, and I think he's now already getting his team set up and strengthening for next season, and I'm sure they'll challenge again and try and keep their status. Youth, I think the youth doing a fantastic job. I think our academy are well in there at the moment. I think in the league they face fresh challenges with 2 new teams coming in, and they did exceptionally well. They finished, I think, 2nd in both leagues, the under-18s and the 16s. In the Club Academy Scotland Cup, they did better than what they'd done in previous seasons. But in the Scottish Youth Cup, the under-18s lost out to Kilmarnock, who were the eventual winners of the trophy. So again, performances there were good. They've also enjoyed challenges this year down in England against 3 teams, including Liverpool. And more recently, they've had the challenge of playing out in the sun in Spain, in Murcia, at a training camp out there, which I'm sure they all enjoyed. And I think they'll look forward to next season, which changes now to the under-19s and 17s. So fresh challenges for them all round, but I'm sure that the management team there and coaches will be strengthening the squad and looking forward to the challenges.
For the year to May 23, we posted a significant 6-figure loss. And obviously going forward, that's unsustainable. So we did a complete overview of our finances, and that was both from a cost and an income standpoint. And to give you an idea of how in-depth our review of costs was, we not only looked at our big costs like staff, utilities, the stadium running costs, we looked at all of our supplies, even down to the minutiae like toilet rolls. You can imagine how many toilet rolls we use on a match day. So we did a complete overview of our cost base. But at the same time, we also looked at our income streams, like how could we increase our income. Obviously, our main income is from the crowds coming through the gate, and all we can do to improve that is put a better product on the pitch, which we're always working towards. But we did do an overview of our hospitality offering, our club shop offering, and I think any of the fans that have been at hospitality this season will know the quality of what we offer. We are, we do have the accolade of being probably the best offering for hospitality in the lower leagues, and we like to keep ourselves there. We've revamped the club shop this past season in terms of what we offer and how the club shop looks. Our other initiatives, we pushed hard on the Club 500, and obviously there's always the holy grail that we're looking for, which is a decent cup run, which always seems to pass us by, but we're ever hopeful. So, so we did that massive overview. To be fair, the management team and players came on board with that. We asked them to take some of the pain, which they did. And what I'm pleased to say is that 18 months in from that review, for the year that we've just signed off on, we'd reduced a six-figure loss by 2/3. So for the year to May 24, our loss was significantly less, and I think we're increasingly confident that for the year just finished, so May 25, we should be there or thereabouts in terms of break even. So earlier this week, there was a table published in the media as to how all 42 clubs in the SPFL fared financially. This was for the year to May 24. And interestingly, only 8 of the 42 clubs actually made a profit. And it was very pleasing to see that Montrose came 15th out of 42 clubs. So in summary, Brian, the financial review we undertook 18 months ago was very much needed. It's got the club into a much better place. There was a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat and tears from everyone involved in it. And I really would just like to thank everyone that was involved, and that's at all levels, from the management team and the players to our admin and operations staff here. It's been a huge effort, but one which we're all going to benefit from going forwards.
I think the overall feeling would be frustration and a bit of disappointment. Finishing 8th, albeit I thought going into the Arbroath game, we went in on a bit of form with 2 wins going into that last quarter, and we're right on the tails of the top 4, and probably got Arbroath at the wrong time. That's not to say we were at home and you're still expecting to get something out of the game. Then after that, we fizzled out the last remainder. But I think from the perspective of when we went in at the start of the season, we went in full optimism. Our squad we didn't tinker a lot with the squad, we didn't bring in a lot of additions. We felt the squad was good enough at that stage to push us on and have a right good push at the top 4. Unfortunately, it didn't work out that way. Number of factors within that, and we all always have injuries, so you don't want to point too much at the injury side of things. Squad size was probably too big, and then we had to bring more players in on loan in January, which made the squad even bigger, which sometimes that brings its own issues. Having the squad the size we had, where you're having to put people in the stand, people not being stripped, people not getting game time, and it becomes difficult. And when you're not doing as well as what we usually do, you're chopping and changing the team. So we didn't have the continuity of the same 11 very often. We chopped about with shapes just to try and find something that would work and get us out of the league. But over the piece, yeah, we're probably a bit disappointed. Ultimately, our main goal, and it will always remain our goal at this moment in time, is to stay in the First Division. When you see where Brechin are now, and you see where Forfar we're at, it's not nice. So we're certainly glad that we've kept our First Division status throughout the season. So that's always the main goal. Ultimately, we want to try and push as high as we can. And certainly we didn't do as well as what we have done in previous years, Brian. So it's something to reflect on that way. But moving forward, I think we'll certainly be reducing the size of the playing squad going forward from now. Next season, we tried that with a bigger squad and it didn't quite work for us. So we'll be probably more looking at more quality rather than quantity moving forward, as long as it all fits in within the budget and whoever's in the squad fits into what we see as a Montrose footballer. On the back of that, obviously, behind the scenes, the youth setup's changed slightly, where they're running 17s and 19s now, which makes a big difference for us. It allows the 18-year-olds to get another year at 19s football. But the beauty of that is they'll train alongside us on a Tuesday night, and allows us to dip into them if we need them. When we're maybe a wee bit short through suspension or through injuries or through lack of form, that'll allow us to bring in 1 or 2 of the 19s. So that'll give us a feed. That'll give them a feed into the first team along the way. but it also gives them an incentive to do well for David in the 19s, and then hopefully opportunities will open up on the first team side of things, whether it be coming in to train, whether it be coming in to be part of the match day squad, or whether it be coming in to play. 2 or 3 of them will do the whole pre-season with us and will be involved again in the pre-season games, and probably the pre-season, or not so much the pre-season cup, but the league section of the cup when it comes out. So certainly from that perspective, we'll certainly run with a shorter squad of, I guess, first team as such, and then we'll still use the loan market like we've always done. It's a vital part of it for us to do that. But yeah, the 19s will be hopefully more prominent this year than they were last year. We know the year before that Harry and that got a lot of game time within that, but this year we'll certainly be looking to using the 19s to fill our bench and fill the squad, and hopefully that gives them the opportunity to then start knocking on the door for the following season.
Again, positive news that it's all systems go. The new pitch and shot pad should start within the next week or so, and we hope that it's going to be all laid and finished by mid-July, end of July. We're still waiting on confirmation of the actual schedule of works, but it is all systems go. This has been a major undertaking. It's been a concerted effort by everybody. I'm so pleased we've got it over the line and that works are going to progress soon. I think we'll find that we've got one of the state-of-the-art pitches here in Scotland in Montrose. I think also there's an excitement over the new gable end building that the trusts are involved in, the community trusts are involved in, and it looks like after getting planning permission, we will be going for the building warrant approval, with tenders going out hopefully August, September time, and if all things go to plan and the contractors are available and the funding is there, then there will be a start at the beginning of the year. So exciting times at Links Park, a lot of new stuff going on. Again, all positive news.
Yeah, well, as I previously mentioned, our financial review has put us in a far better position than we were 2 years ago. But we can't rest on our laurels. We're, as with every company, we're facing challenges every step of the way. The government's just hit us recently with the rise in national insurance and the increase in the minimum wage. That has had a huge impact on the club. As everyone knows, everything is rising, utilities, supplies. So as I said, we can't rest on our laurels. We have to keep improving the finances of the club. And, while we strive ourselves to do as much as we can, we certainly look to our fan base to help us out with that. We're doing everything we can to help Stuart and the management team build up the team and improve the team. And if we get a better product on the park, then hopefully the fans will come in their droves through the turnstiles. Because, as I said earlier, that is our biggest source of income.
Yeah, so we've obviously, at this moment in time, we've got 4 new signings coming in. We've already seen 2 of them anyway. Craig Kieran coming in. As soon as we heard that Ewan Loudon was looking to try and play at a higher level, he become a number 1 target for us, and thankfully due to the backing from the board and John, that we managed to secure that one, and we're delighted to bring Ewan in, and we've brought in young Ross Clark from Dundee, who comes again highly recommended. He's done very well at under 19 level, and the reason Ross has become available is that the fact that he wants to do an apprenticeship, so he's looking to go part-time while he does that rather than stay full-time. So really excited about the 4 of them will all bring something to the club. I think with Kieran, you've seen where he can play in a number of positions, and he'll just go from strength to strength. He'll just get better and better. I can see that. I've been here for a long time, hopefully, within that. Being able to secure Craig, albeit he does look older than what he is, he's only 27. So for us to be able to secure a striker of Craig's ability and what he brings to the team is massive for us. So we're delighted with that one. Ewan, as I say, we've been tracking him. Foxy's watched him a few times. There are other people watching him, and we're really excited about what he'll bring to us. He'll bring us pace, energy, carries the ball well, as a goal threat, can play off either side, can play through the middle, so he'll cover us across that front area of the park. And as I say, young Ross will bring an enthusiasm and an energy in the middle of the park, which we need. Certainly, the plan this year will be to play with a lot more energy and a lot more enthusiasm and speed about us. That's what we're looking to do. So that certainly for future targets, that'll be the kind of thing we're going to be looking at. Within that, obviously pre-season starts on the 16th of June for us, which is a Monday night. We'll be in Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then we're in Monday, Wednesday the following week, and then we've got our first game Saturday away to Forfar. Slightly different this year, obviously, with the pitch being renewed, which is really exciting. The work going on at the pitch, it means we can't play at home, so we'll be away to Forfar for our first game. We're hoping to be in Dundee at a venue to play Huntly the following week, and then the week after that we've got civil service in Edinburgh. I know it's no ideal for the fans either, they can't see the new signings or new players or how the new team's shaping up at home, but hopefully they can travel to these venues and watch us over that period of time, and then we'll get into the cup games, which again, the likelihood is the first few games in the cup will certainly be away from home, or our 2 home games will be, so not ideal, but it looks like we'll have to play the 4 games away from home. Obviously it'll be a neutral venue, but it's not our own pitch, but it's not ideal, but ultimately the pitch getting done outside is the main priority within that, so we'll try and secure a venue for that. I know the club will work hard at getting a venue that's as close as we can to Montrose for that. And yeah, so that takes us into the season, which we're all excited. Ross has signed on again, which is great for me. He's been by my side the whole time I've been here, so delighted with that. We've worked hard in the summer as a group. They know there's things like, I know I've got to improve on things, like all my other coaching staff, and we've all spoken about that with a meeting this week about that as well. So certainly we're all ready to go, raring to go, and we'll get into it. And we're, as I say, hopefully this year it'll be a different type of brand of football that we want to bring to the club, and it will be, the targets will be more the youthful side of things with legs and energy, and we're going to see if we can bring that and just try and play a different way, maybe going back to where we were a few years back, where we played with that, getting after teams and getting up the park higher. So that's what we're certainly hoping. We're planning that at the moment, that's for sure.
Well, there's a lot to be excited about for the new season ahead. Our men will be playing in League One for the 8th season in succession. Our women will be playing in the top flight of Scottish women's football for the 3rd season in succession, which is an incredible achievement. And our academy is moving to an exciting new under-19 setup. So a lot to be excited about. And our teams will be doing this on a brand new pitch, wearing brand new strips, which we'll be launching in the next couple of weeks. And so hopefully our fans are as excited as we are about the start of the new season, and will come along to Links Park and support all of our teams.
And I guess my final ask is of the fans, just to get right behind us as you usually do, and that doesn't mean at home, it means away. If I can go back to the season we won the league, that the back end we got in the second half of the season away from home was outstanding, and it makes a difference. There's no doubt about that. And at home, where they get right behind the boys, because it encourages them to. We want to start making this place a bit of a fortress if we can. I thought last year our home form wasn't good enough, along with other things as well. So again, I look at myself first and foremost, and I'll judge myself on that, and I know I need to do better, and I'll be striving to do that along with the rest of the staff. We're well aware of the fact that we didn't do as well as we can, so we'll certainly be trying to do that for the fans this year and put more excitement on at home, more home wins than it was, because it's not nice when you're coming at home and we're getting beat 3-0 from teams that I feel we should compete with and hopefully beat on certain days. So certainly from the fans' point of view, we want to try and be a bit more exciting at home and win more games from them and score more goals. So the more that come out and buy season tickets, the better. The more that support us in the hospitality is great. This year's been fantastic, the hospitality. and it's always a buzz to come up and you see the place full. There's nothing better, especially on the back of a win. Fortunately, that last season wasn't that many of them, but certainly this season, hopefully moving forward, we've got a lot more wins. So please come out, back us as you usually do, get your season tickets early, and then that'll allow us to then go and try and look to see if we can add some more excitement to the first team squad over the coming weeks.
To continue to support us in the way they have, I think it's been tremendous, but we do need to increase that at home and away. I think the players really appreciate the noise levels that come from the support. I think it helps them a lot. So you guys out there, come on, let's come out and support the Mighty Mill next season, and let's see what we can do.